Hello and welcome to my Yu-Gi-Oh channel. Today we're looking at some new cards coming out of Burst of Destiny, and these are supposed to support machinas. Machina Ruinforce is a level 10 dark attribute machine type effect monster with 4,600 attack and 4,100 defense. It cannot be normal summoned or set, and it must be special summoned from your graveyard by banishing any number of machine monsters from your graveyard whose total levels equal 12 or more. You can only use this card's name's first and second effects each once per turn. 1. When your opponent activates a card or effect during the battle phase. As a quick effect, you can pay half your life points, negate the activation, and if you do, half your opponent's life points. 2. If this card is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can special summon up to 3 of your banished machina monsters whose total levels equal 12 or less. To start off, we'll look at the attack and defense. It's quite unusual. I don't see many monsters that have 4,600 attack. They tend to be either 4,500 or they tend to base them at 5,000. There are probably some examples here and there. Even the defense points at 4,100 is a little bit bizarre. You would think it'd be about 4,000. It being a level 10 is okay, but it does require you to banish monsters that are totaling equal 12 or more. It's fine because the Machina Fortress, I think, is a level 7, and I'm sure you can actually banish a couple of others which can total that up without having to use too many resources. This card can also be sent to the graveyard easily by summoning Machina Fortress itself, so there is that synergy to it. The first effect relies on an effect to be activated during the battle phase. This can be useful depending on the type of matchup you've got, but the problem I've got with that is if your opponent isn't doing this, then actually it's a bit of a downside for its effect. It can't be triggered. I would have much preferred if it could have been activated at any point within the duel. It does require you also to pay half your life points to negate the effect, and it doesn't even destroy that card. But in exchange, it does half your opponent's life points, so whilst you're sacrificing yours, you aren't the only one who's going to be suffering from that effect. The secondary effect actually helps with swarming your field, because if your opponent is stupid enough to attack into this or be able to get rid of it by card effect, you're then able to get rid of this to then revive potentially those 3 banished machinas you needed to use to summon this in the first place. So it's like a perfect circle. It works to summon itself, and then it also recovers those 3 sections. Much I would compare it to things like ABC Buster Dragon, and there's another example in the form of, I think, Valkyrian, the Magna Warrior, because that's able to split itself into alpha, gamma, and beta as well, so you're able to separate into 3 composite forms whenever this card is basically under threat. Overall, I think this card is quite impressive, and actually it's nice to see some more Machina support, even if it is just one new card. It being a boss monster makes it actually a little bit more desirable, and I can't wait to see and play test with this card to see how actually it would work within the deck. What do you guys think of this card? Is this something impressive, or do you think this is actually a bit too much of a requirement, considering that you need to banish monsters that equal 12 or more for a level 10 monster? Whatever you think, leave those comments down below, like the video if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe for more daily Yu-Gi-Oh content.